Hello friends, welcome to everybody. So, welcome to my YouTube channel SAP EWM Vlogs. This is Banteja, working as SAP MM and EWM consultant. Today I came with a new topic, that is what are the roles which plays crucial activity in warehouse. Okay. So generally, whenever coming to the EWM, okay, here in SAP EWM, we're having three important roles regarding owner of the stock and the person who manages the stock levels and the person who will controls the store activities and warehouse activities in the warehouse. Okay, so I will let you know the three important roles. So the first one is owner. The first one is owner. Second one is party entitled to dispose. Entitled to dispose. And third one is the custodian. Okay. So when coming to the owner, okay, I will show you. So who is the owner? Coming to the owner, he is the owner of the products. Okay, he will be. He is the owner of the stock who stores in the warehouse. So custodian is, suppose I will take the company as ABC. Okay, ABC is a warehouse company, is a warehouse. Okay, example I'll give the Flipkart. So okay, let us consider some warehouse as a ABC. The place ABC I mentioned as Flipkart or Amazon. So that is a warehouse. Okay. So here this organization will manage the goods. Who manages the goods? That means stock. Okay. And performing warehouse operations such as receiving, storing, picking, and shipping activities. Okay. And shipping activities. Okay. So this custodian doesn't own the stock. So he doesn't, the warehouse doesn't own the stock. Okay. For example, so does not own the stock because owner is placing his products in the warehouse. Okay. So this the custodian of who is the owner of the warehouse, he will manage the stock. He perform the various warehouse operations like receiving, storing, picking, and shipping activities. But he is not owner of the stock. Okay, his responsibility is to manage the stock. Okay, and commonly this concept is commonly used in the third-party warehouses, third-party scenarios. Commonly used in 3PL scenarios, third-party logistics scenarios. Okay, scenarios. Now coming to another one, party entitled to dispose. Party entitled to dispose. So generally, business partner is authorized to decide what happens to the stock. So this party entitled to dispose. This role is to decide what happens to the stock in the warehouse. Okay, he will manage the stock levels and control the stock transfers and decide whether stock can be sold, moved, or scrapped. Okay, so this role may be different from owner and custodian. This role will be sometimes different from the custodian and owner. Okay, I'm mentioning the points here. So this business partner, okay, this business partner authorized to decide what happens to the stock. What happens to the stock? And he will authorize the goods receipt and goods issue. And he authorizes goods receipt, goods issues. And he will control the stock transfer. He will controls the stock transfers and decide decides whether the stock can be sold, moved, or scrapped. Okay, or scrapped. Okay. So this role may be different from both owner, and custodian. Okay. Example I'm giving. Here I'm giving one of the examples. In a consignment scenario, in a consignment scenario, okay, owner the vendor of the is a vendor. Okay, and custodian is a company. It's a company, and party entitled to dispose is also owner only. It's also vendor. He just maintains his stock in the warehouse only, but whatever activities like receiving and issue sales activity will be decided by the vendor only. So the PED is vendor. Okay. So in real life scenarios, I will give you simple way to remember. Simple way to remember. Owner who legally owns the goods. Okay, who really owns the goods? Custodian. Who physically stores the goods? Who physically stores the goods? Okay, and party entitled to dispose. Who decides what can be done with the goods? Whether it have to be stored, or whether it has to be sold, whether it has to be moved. So these all activities will be decided by the vendor only. Okay. Who decides what can be done with the goods? Okay. So this concept is very essential, especially it is in SAP EWM, Advanced Warehouse Management. 3PL operations, consignment process, and multi-client warehouses, where ownership and storage and control may belong to the different business partners. Okay. So still also I want to give you an example, another explanation also. See here. So here you can see the table, role comparison. So he is the local legal ownership of the inventory. He owns the stock, and he doesn't control the stock in the warehouse, but he owns the stock. Custodian. He physically stores the inventory activities, but he is not owner of the stock. He doesn't control the stock. Okay. Party entitled to dispose. Authorized to decide the stock usage. But He maybe owns the stock and doesn't own the stock. Okay, he may own the stock. Sometimes he doesn't own the stock, but he will control the stock usage. Okay, so you can see here EWM process flow diagram, and he will own the goods. Not this one. I'll show you the simple internal warehouse. Sometimes I will sell one of the company. Let us say the company as Britannia. Okay. I'll give it the Britannia. It's one of the company. It will manufacture its own products. It is having its own warehouse, and it will decide the stock whether it should be sold and making the stock transfers and making the scrappings the warehouses. So in this case, it will play the three roles. Owner of the products will be Britannia, and custodian of the products. That means it is having its own warehouse. Britannia company is having own warehouse, and it will control the warehouse activities of the stock within the warehouse. Internal transfers, inbound activities, outbound activities will be controlled by its own. Okay, and party entitled to dispose. It will decide whether the stock should be sold to the customers and sold to the retailers, wholesalers, like that. Okay. So coming to the another one, third party logistics. So here let us consider another company like Hewlett Packard, HP laptop company. I'll take it as HP laptop company. So let us consider HP company will manufacture the products, but it is not having the warehouse. HP laptop company doesn't have the warehouse, but it will send its stock to the third party logistics warehouse. Okay. In this case, this customer authorizes the stock movements. Whatever the stock supplied by the HP. So this third party logistics like Flipkart authorizes the stock movements. Okay. And coming to consignment stock, owner and party entitled to dispose. So here owner of the products will be the vendor, and party entitled to dispose will be the vendor only. So he will own the stock and he will control the stock. PED means who controls the stock, whether to have to be sold or to be scrapped, like other activities. Whether it will be sold to the third part, like retailers, like that. So here the owner and PED will be HP, and the custodian means third party warehouse. So he will store in another warehouse. So that is the difference between three scenarios. Okay. So I will show the diagram also. I will show you the small cartoon image. Let us consider this one of the manufacturing company. So let us take HP laptop owner. So he will manufacture the laptops who belongs to his ownership. And custodian, he will store the goods. He will take care of the goods. And party entitled to dispose. He will decide what happens and how he will control the stock movements. That means whether to sell the materials or whether to sell the materials or whether to sell the materials to the retailers and wholesalers, like that. Okay. And in another way, you can see here the company, for example, Britannia. So it is having own company and own warehouse. It's having own number of warehouses in number of states. So it will own the stock, it will store the stock, and it will decide how to control the stock. Whether to control the stock means whether to sell, okay, whether to sell or whether to procure. Okay, he will be the owner, he will be the custodian, he will be the party entitled to dispose. And coming to third party company, so here vendor owns the stock. He will store the stock in a warehouse, which comes under consignment process. And the warehouse, the owner of the warehouse, this warehouse doesn't belongs to the product owner. It is this warehouse belongs to another person. So he will store the stocks in his warehouse. Okay. So in this, owner will be like a XYZ company. Custodian will be like a third party warehouse. And party entitled to dispose will be same vendor. So who will decide whether the stock should be sold or like that stock should be sold or it should be means it should be sold to another company and like that for retailers or wholesalers. And coming to consignments, another way, vendor will be some XYZ company. Custodian will be third party logistic company. And party entitled to disbursements, it is another company, it's another role who will decide to use it. He will decide, another third party company, he will suggest how to control these materials. Okay. So that is the difference between owner, custodian and party entitled to dispose in the SAP EWM concept. So hope you have understood the process. So I also provide you the interview questions. So here you can see what is the difference between owner and party entitled to dispose. Okay. Another one is, can party entitled to dispose and owner be different in SAP EWM? And the third question is, why is custodian important in a three-party logistics scenario? And fourth one is, how are owner and party entitled to dispose used in stock determination? And explain party entitled to dispose, owner and custodian. Use a consignment example. So guess the answers and comment in my comment boxes. If you know, you can guess this answers for this question. Okay. So hope you have enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, share it and subscribe to my channel for the more videos. Thank you everybody. Sign you off.